In this video, we're going to talk about modeling 1012. It's kind of a confusing drawing to look at, so I'm going to clarify a couple things here. So the first thing you need to do is draw into your XY plane, and we're going to start out by drawing these two circles. So I'm going to use the outside diameter and inside diameters to draw these. So I'm going to start out with the big circle over here. So my outside diameter is 4.5. Make sure I start at my origin. 4.5, and then my inside diameter is going to be 3. Now I'm going to extrude that a distance of 1.62. Once I have that, now I could start a sketch on the same plane, that back plane of this circle, in order to get my other circle, because I could see that the backs line up, but the fronts do not. This one's only extruded 1 inch. So I'm going to start on my back plane, and that is 12.75 to the left. So I'm just going to draw a circle over here, and then that's going to be a 2-inch circle, and then I'm going to dimension center point to center point, and then I'll type in 12.75 to make sure that's the right distance. Now I'll make sure that I have my other circle that's a 0.75 drill, finish my sketch, and then I'll extrude that. And that's going to come the same way as the other circle, and that's going to come out 1 inch. Once you have those two circles, now I could start to get my slanted features here. So I have a lot of options here. To draw these slanted features, I'm going to have to come in 0.06 off the back face. To do that, I'm going to use my offset plane. So I'm going to offset from plane, select my back face, change my direction, so it's negative 0.06, hit enter. So now if I look down at it and I zoom in here, you can see that it's a little bit off the back face. Now I'm going to start a sketch on that actual plane. So start a sketch on there. I'm going to flip this around so we're on this side of it. And then turn it so it kind of looks like my drawing. Now I'm going to draw a line that is tangent to both circles. So it won't matter if I lock up on the quadrant, because I can use my tangent constraint in order to make sure that it is tangent. So I'm going to draw there, and then I'm going to draw here. Now I'm just going to go to constraints, select my tangent constraint, select my line in my circle, select my line in my circle, and now I know that line is tangent to both of the circles. Now I'm going to offset it 0.37 to get this size. So I hit O on my keyboard to offset, click my line, typed in 0.37, and now I need to close these off in order to extrude them. So I'm going to draw these circles in this sketch again. So I already extruded them in my old sketches. I need to make sure that I have new circles to close this feature off. So I'm going to draw 2 circles with the same diameter. And now I'm going to use the trim function to close these off. So if I come over here, you can see that it's only trimmed the outside of that circle, and it's going to leave that little portion to close this off so I could extrude it. Trim both of those, finish my sketch, and I'm going to hit E to extrude this out. Now you're going to extrude this towards the outside of the part, going 1.31, so I'm going to switch my direction and then go 1.31. Got that dimension right here. Hit OK, and now you can see it's a little cut over on that circle, and it's a little far on this circle, so we're going to need to cut this a little bit. So we're going to start a sketch on this top face and just draw a triangle. So I'm going to start at the bottom here, draw up. I'm going to draw a curved line going all the way across here. It's going to lock up with this point down here. And I'm going to draw a line going all the way back. I'll lock up with that point. Now we're going to dimension this. So we're going to go from this point up to this top line. We're going to make that 0.87. Once we have that, we have our triangle. And now we could extrude this triangle by hitting E on our keyboard, selecting that triangle, And let's go to the home view so we can see what we're doing. And I want it to go straight down. I want this to go down the length of my extrusion, which is 0.37. And that's going to cut out everything we want to get rid of. Now something you might notice is that this circle is no longer extruded there. It cut out a part of that circle, so we need to redraw that. So I'm going to start a 2D sketch. And if I actually look over here, let's see if it screwed up this one. We actually have a cutout in here too that this cut into, so we're going to redo both these circles. So I'm going to start a sketch on this back circle, and I'm just going to redraw the circle. No need to use dimensions, it'll just lock up on the circle. Do the inside, do the outside, finish my sketch, and extrude that circle out. Now when I extrude it, I want to change my direction, and I want to bring that out to lock up with the original circle. So that was a distance of 1, and then I'm going to change it to a join instead of a cut, and hit OK, and that's going to fix that for us on that one. So let's turn and take a look real quick. So we're all good, and let's fix this one over here. So start a sketch on that back face of that circle. We're going to redraw it. Hit E on my keyboard to extrude it. Select that circle, and then we're going to switch directions, and that's going to come out a total of 1.62. And then change that to a join, and hit OK, and that should fix the part that it cut out on that circle too. So yeah, that's no longer there. Now we need the bottom portion, which is just a 0.37 by 0.37 extrusion. So I could start a sketch on this plane again, and I could draw a tangent line, so I'll just go line to line, and I already put a tangent constraint on this one, so all I need to do is come in here and constrain this line tangent to that circle, and then I'll hit O on my keyboard to offset that, going up 0.37. Do the same thing as before, draw 2 circles. So I'll draw this circle over here, draw this circle over here, and then trim those excess of that circle out so it makes this a solid feature. Finish my sketch, and then hit E on my keyboard, select the part I want to extrude, and then that's going to come out a distance of 0.37, which I can see right here. Hit OK. And now I need this top feature for the top of this larger circle. So in order to get that, I need to actually use a offset plane. So I'm going to offset off of this YZ plane that I have here. So I'm going to go to offset from plane, select my YZ plane, and if I look at straight ahead, I should just be able to lock up on that side. And it wants to do that at 2.25 inches. So I'm going to lock up there, hit OK. And now I'm going to draw a circle on that end because we're given a diameter of 1.5. So I'm going to start a sketch on this work plane, draw a circle of 1.5 diameter, and then I need to make sure that's centered. So I'm going to do a dimension constraint of the center of the circle to the edge of the part, and then I'm going to do a 1.62 divided by 2, which is the entire length of the part divided by 2. Hit OK. And now I could extrude that circle out. So I see here that it wants to extrude this one way. If I look from the front view, then that's not going to extrude into the part, but I do want it into the part. So I'm going to extrude both directions, and now I could see that it's extruding both ways. This says my extrusion is 0.25, so I'll change my extrusion 1 to 0.25. Make sure it's coming into the part and joining it, not cutting it out, and then I'll hit OK. And now I have that circle end feature. I have a 0.5 drill hole through there, so I could place that in. And then I also have a radius of 0.12 fillet. So I'm just going to fill it, select my edge, and then change my radius to 0.12. And then I just need a drill hole. So I'm just going to use the hole feature, select the center of it, make sure we're concentric first, select the center, outside edge, and that's just going to be a 0.5 drill hole. Hit OK. Oop. That went all the way through the entire object. So I could come in here and change that, and then change it, instead of through all, I could change it to a distance or 2, whatever I want to do. I'm just going to change it to, and then, oop, maybe not 2, maybe I'll have to change it to a distance, and then just make sure it's going through this object. So I could even turn it and take a look in this corner, and it is going through there. So if I hit OK, that should be good. And then that is this entire drawing. Hopefully this video helped you get all the edges and everything figured out for this.